Hello and welcome to Cornish Walking Trails. Today we're at Prah Sands. So we pulled out this book today, Walk the Cornish Coast Path. It's quite useful if you want to do the whole coast path. It puts it into chunks for you. So this section is covered by section 37 on page 55, and we start down the bottom of the map at Prah Sands, and we'll just see how far we can get. We're hoping to get to Rinsey Head. If we can get a bit further, that'd be great. Prah Sands is on the south coast of Cornwall between Helston and Penzance.
So we parked here today at the Prah Sands car park. For 4 hours it's £3.
So you join us on a walk today, very simple one. We're just going up the coast path and we'll turn it around. We've got a limited amount of time today, so when we hit that amount of time we're going to have to turn it around, leg it back to the car. So we're here in Prah Sands, or Prah Sands, P-R-A-A. It can be said either way as far as I know. I'm sure there's some locals that vehemently say, no, it's Prah Sands, what are you doing?
It's Prah Sands, what are you doing?
Anyway, we're here today on a beautiful day. It's a beautiful place for a little walk.
Well, that surfer there, he's gone rogue. So all his mates are down the other end of the beach. Either incredibly good,
Yeah.
or he's got it completely wrong.
So what side are you falling on then?
Completely wrong.
Yeah, you ain't getting up or anything, is he? So the reason we're not doing a circular walk today, we didn't want to battle our way through mud with limited time available. So we're going to choose to do a there and back again. Probably, to be honest, won't film much of the back again.
As you know, Sarah,
Yes.
I'm a fan of coastal erosion,
Yeah.
and it is definitely evident here on this beach. So much so there's a tree down. I'm pretty sure that tree should be up there with its mates. I think it's very, very impressive and it's upright though.
I do too. What's this? It's a poem. The beech tree. Once I stood so proud above the sea, majestic, green and proud to be, the tallest, magnificent old garden tree. The trunk, the bark, has completely disappeared and it's now bleached white. Andrew, look, hanging fence.
I know.
And a pile of rubble.
There's a property up there as well.
Yeah, there's properties all the way along, my love.
I wouldn't buy that one.
What about that one out there then?
Well, I think that's built on granite, so I think they're alright for a while or two, yeah?
That rather nicely links us back to our book today, and they say that this end is slate and shale, and then it hits granite, which becomes mining territory. So at the edge of the granite you find the minerals, which is why we've got an old mine stack, mine engine house, on this walk today.
Brilliant. I've got a musing for you.
Oh yeah?
We're walking up the coast or walking down the coast?
Well, we're kind of going east-west, aren't we?
Yeah.
So does that make it a cross?
Oh, I'm really confused now. I was going up.
I don't know. We're going away from Land's End, so we could be going up.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking?
Going up country.
What do you think? Is there a difference? Does it matter?
It's one of the old pillboxes from the Second World War. If it was built there, or whether it's just ended up there. So this is a bit of fun, scrambling over all these boulders. Just take our time.
Now we're heading along the southwest coast path towards Rinsey Head. So if we've got a mine shaft, that means we must now be on granite cliffs.
So we walked 1.5 miles from Pras Sands. It's Prey Sands, what are you doing? We're heading in the direction of, if you can make it out, it says Porthleven, 3 3/4 miles. We wander through the National Trust car park here and down to Rinsey Head.
This is an interesting finger post to me because it says beach to the right. Now this path does take you down to Rinsey Cove, but it's only accessible at low tide. In the summer we will come back and take you down to Rinsey Cove. It's the most exquisite little cove, but like I just said, it's only accessible at low tide, so there is a bit of an ebb and flow factor to think about.
Do you know that real Prosper, the engine house up there, that was used in Poldark, but not the most recent series and not the 1970s series. It's actually used in the mid-90s in a film version of Poldark, which I think wasn't terribly successful.
So it says 20 yards after the engine house, fork right and continue halfway down the cliff around Trevarvers Head. How did that house look? Rinsey Head House.
That was the mine captain's house.
Actually, you know your point about coastal erosion?
Yeah.
The very end there.
Yeah, I can see that. It looks, that's granite at the end of the day, isn't it?
Quite a chunk has been hewn out from underneath, hasn't it? So although the ground is quite saturated, you can see the water just leaching out over that rock. Coastal path has stood up to it fine and it's relatively easy to walk. Back on the National Trust notice board, they were suggesting you look for a rock formation here on the headland that looks like a camel. I guess it's aimed at kids, but it's not exclusive, is it? Let's have a look.
Look what I found. It's the meerkat.
Ah! That wasn't hard to find, was it?
Apparently that's called the camel. Yeah, it's also known as the bishop. Well, I think on the very tallest piece there, on the left-hand side, I can just make out what looks like the features of a face. And then on the what would be the back of the head, it looks like one of those like hats, like bishop's hats, but it looks as if it's probably blown off in the wind. I think a camel is more apt.
I agree with you.
Or maybe even the modern day version of a meerkat.
So the little town nestled in the distance is Porthleven, and the beach behind that would be Lobar, and as you go down the cliffs you've got Halzephron Cliffs and Gunwallow, all the way down to the Lizard today. What a view. So time is getting on and we think we'll make it to the next mine shaft and then we'll have to turn around and leg it back to the car. We found them! There's two, isn't there? They look amazing against the sea. Oh wow, look at that. Whenever I see these cliffs top engine houses, these abandoned ruins like this, it often makes me wonder and try to imagine what it must have been like to trundle here every day for work, whatever the weather. And there would have been no actual proper roads and horses and carts and cars and all that sort of thing, the luxuries that we've got to make it so easy today. It must have been so hard. it's all been done up, hasn't it? Preserved.
It's looking really good, isn't it? It's in really good nick.
Until you're inside, you don't understand the scale of them, do you?
Can you imagine with all that machinery years ago and noise here and
Yeah.
waves?
The men shouting, horses whinnying, seagulls crying. So building mine shafts on a cliff isn't as daft as it seems to us today. From the sea, they'd have been able to see the granite, and at the edge of the granite, the mineral lode forms. That's where you get your copper and tin and other minerals, but in smaller quantities, like gold, silver maybe. So from the sea, they would have known, and they'd just have to come and pinpoint that line of granite on the land, and they were pretty much assured they would find minerals. I don't think you're going to come out because you're against the sun. Give us a wave then. Literally just sits on the cliff, on the bedrock, and through that window you can see the neighbouring shaft. That's where we were a minute ago. Need Andrew in here really to give you some idea of the scale. Right, so this gives us some perspective. So you're about
6 foot tall.
2 coins high.
2 coins? 2
Yeah.
ropes?
And look.
That's taller than 40 foot.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I reckon it's 70 foot.
Really? Okay. I will bow to your better judgment. Amazing hearing the sea out there, isn't it? I'm right beside this old engine house now, and just here some sort of tunnel. There's a chain on it so we can't go in it too far, where that sign says caution, open shaft. Yeah, this is just amazing because it's so old and you can kind of smell the decay, and it's musty. That sort of, I don't know, it's not like an old bookshop, but a bit damp maybe. Just for reference, your new mudometer, how does it score today?
2 out of 10.
It's not bad at all, is it?
Excellent.
We pulled out this book today, Walk the Cornish Coast Path. So on our map, here is Pra or Prey Sands, and we've just followed the coastal path, and we're now up at these engine houses here. You can go on to Porthleven. We haven't got time today. We're going to head back. So a bit of an impromptu walk. We had a window of opportunity. The weather's fantastic, and we decided just to take a walk along some of the Southwest Coast Path.
Yeah, we've got this little guide. So it's not really like a walk review because this is just a guide to the Southwest Coast Path. But we walked 2.5 miles out to the engine houses here from Pra Sands.
And they're beautiful, aren't they?
Absolutely stunning
Amazing
in the January
buildings.
sunshine, yeah.
We've had a fantastic afternoon. Hope you have as well. Join us again soon.
Bye!